Yo, what's happening, cool Nerdz? Back with a classic action figure review. I have here something really classic, really old school. Ninja Turtles is as Ninja Turtles is, I'm a big, huge fan of them. But back then they used to come out with these figures that were pretty big. You know, that were 10 times bigger than your average turtles or whatever. They came out with like all of them, but I remember like later on towards the end of the franchise, towards the end of the line, they came out with the BeBop and the big rock steadies and things like that. I didn't get the rock steady. I just got my mom grabbed me the BeBop, like, hey Lorenzo, I know you like turtles, so here, she gave me this, and I wanted to show off my class. This is old, man. This has to be older than some of my subscribers. You know what I mean? This toy's old. It's a classic toy. BeBop wasn't really my favorite bad guy, but he was like mad cool. Like his design was pretty tight. You know what I'm saying? Mine was Shredder. I did like Shredder growing up. Excuse me. Shredder. The reason I like Shredder so much because he would always have an excellent plan. You know what I mean? He would have a great plan, and then the turtles would come in all goofy. Cowabunga, pizza, and then he just mess up his whole thing, just be straight goofy, and it just. There were times where I just rooted for Shredder, you know what I mean? With this, the reason I'm doing this classic action figure, it is in bad shape, but I just still want to show off that I was a loyal fan back then. The reason I'm doing this one is because I couldn't find this guy. Quick story. My father, he was watching my reviews on YouTube, and he was like. He was really getting into it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh man, son, your videos are inspiring me right now, man. This is cool. This is awesome, man. This is great. You know what I mean? And he was like, you know what? I think there's some toys in the garage. You know what I mean? And I was like, all right, whatever, Dad. I gotta go. I left, and then I come back, and then my dad. He runs up on me with this bad boy right here, like, oh son, look at this. Look what I got for you, son. Like toy. I know you like them toys, so here you go. So I'm like, oh, thanks, Dad. But like the story that my dad told me was crazy. Like for him to find this toy, this BeBop, he was like, this is what he told. This is supposed to be his true story. He was like, he went in the garage, but our garage isn't like any average garage. You know what I mean? It's like a tomb. You know what I mean? Like you ever seen the tombs? They be all dusty and dirty and traps everywhere. So like he was like, yeah, I went up in there, man. Oh man, it was tough. I had to put on my leather jacket, brown leather jacket. I had to grab my whip. I had to put on my Indiana Jones hat, and I had to go in that garage and go. You know what I mean? So he said he went up in there and was looking for the toys because he was so inspired by the videos that he was looking through. And then he seen BeBop on top of something. He's like, oh, cool. I know my son would like this. Let me go ahead and grab this. But when he looked, he noticed that under BeBop was a trap. A gopher trap, trapping gophers and mice that might go to the yard. You know what I'm saying? So, you couldn't just pick up the BeBop without the trap going off. You know what I'm saying? So what he did was he took a dead cat that was the same weight as the BeBop. He's like, let me measure this. Okay, this is about right. So what he had to do was do the switcheroo. He was like, you know what I mean? So, oh, I got that. I got it. All of a sudden, this is what he said. I'm just telling his story. And then he started. The thing was rumbling, and then he heard it, and then he looked behind him, and he seen a ball of dead cats rolling towards him. And he's running. Oh no! You know what I'm saying? And he dives out of the daggone garage. He just barely made it. He died right on out. And he said he made it. He didn't get a scratch or a lick on him. So he rolls up on me with the BeBop, and he's like, oh yeah, I got your BeBop, son. Ah! He's all happy because he just did his thing to the tombs / garage, and he handed it to me. And I'm a spoiled brat. You know what I mean? I'm like, I take it. Oh, Dad, thank you. Like, oh, what is this? Oh, what is this, goo? Oh, this kind of residue is this? I don't want this. We can take that back. And the look that my dad gave me was like, boy, take the dang going toy. I'm going to kill you. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll take it. I just can go wash it off with some antibacterial, I don't know, some bleach or something. You know what I'm saying? So, so that, this is what he told me. So don't come. That's a lie. This is what he told me. You know what I'm saying? So this is the story he told me. So I took it and I cleaned them up and I said, let me show this off to my cool nerds. I was watching my boy Matlock WK, Matlock Toy Reviews. He does a lot of old school toys. Like he has toys where you be like, come on man, that's old. That's old. That's old school right there, bro. How did you get that? You know what I mean? Like, are you got a safe or something in the house where you got your toy and you save them? He has some old toys, but I'm not hating. You know what I'm saying? Like his reviews are excellent. I really enjoy his reviews. But this dude has some old toys. Like he had like Beetlejuice action figures. He even had McDonald's used to sell toys back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They used to sell like cool toys though. These were toys that can compete with the toys of today. You know what I mean? But he had some Chicken McNugget toys. And I'm like, how'd you get Chicken McNugget toys? Like, he had the whole collection. And I'm like, how'd you get that? You know what I'm saying? And that's a fan. That's an action figure fan right there. You gotta applaud the action figure fan right there. It was like he went to McDonald's, was like, let me get nuggets. And he was like, oh, okay, what do you want, the 9-piece, 20-piece, 50-piece? No. I mean, the toy McNuggets. You know what I mean? So he was just literally buying them in the bunches like that. But, yeah. But BeBop, let me go ahead and show him off, man. He is your authentic. They're selling BeBop at Toys R Us now. He's the small one though. You guys can't get this one because you got to be a big dog to get this. You got to be big. But they're selling the small one, so you can get something close to this. But it's a pretty accurate figure. Looks better than the small ones. These were my favorite joints. These that had the big ones. I used to have. I had all of them. There might be some more in the garage. The turtles. But what I used to do is rip their legs off and switch them with other Ninja Turtle legs. I don't know why, I was crazy back then. But yeah, and it comes with this tail. And I had a quick story about the tail. I used to have a tail back in the day. And I used to have a long one too. The only thing about my tail was that I had it when it went out of style. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in the black community, people are going to rag on you big time. I mean, white community too, but my black community. Dudes is going to rag on you big time if you had something that was out of date. You know what I'm saying? I had the daggone tail down in here, and people were like, man, why would you cut that tail off, man? That tail, stupid tail, man. Cut that tail off, boy. That toy, what's wrong with you, boy? And then they walk away and they got patches in their head. You're like, come on, how you going to diss me? And you got the daggone patches in the back of your neck. So, you know what I mean? and my tail always, every year, and Thanksgiving's coming up next week, I guaranteed you I sit around the table. And every year, my cousins always bring up my tail. They be like, yeah, man, remember when Zoe had that tail? That tail every year. And they they crack it up, laughing, dying. Like, they just took the joke last year, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the same daggone joke. And every year, they want to bring up my daggone tail. But I was happy about my tail. It was nice and long, you know what I'm saying? When you look at their head, and they haven't had a haircut for weeks. You know what I mean? The shape up is all nasty. How you going to get somebody, at least mine was clean. You know what I mean? People that got on my tail, they always have bad haircuts. Maybe that's the reason why they got on my tail. I don't know. But, yeah, that's it. BeBop, Cool Nerds, www.coolnerdsent.com. Next week is Thanksgiving. Hopefully I can get you guys a review before I take off. I'm going to go down by the beach for Thanksgiving to get my eat on. I'm not really a meat eater. I'm a vegetarian. Yeah, that's why the skin looks so smooth and silky. So, I'm about to go out there. So we're going to just get down on the vegetarian meal. I know my mom's got some soy turkey lined up. You know what I mean? The turkey is going to be, my mom will have a soy turkey with a bone. You're like, how do you get a bone with the daggone, keeping it real now. Eat that daggone soy turkey, you know what I mean? So, yeah, www.coolnerdsent.com. Cool Nerds Unite.